What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. What's cracking? What's cracking? Welcome back to another episode from one of our newest series called Subscriber Spotlight, where I pose a question to you all and you give me, a full answer. Share with me your feelings, your opinions, your thoughts in as much detail as long as you like, and I'll try to make content out of it. And I recently asked you all, what is your favorite NBA moment? How did it make you feel? Lay it all out for me. And Tor U6 responds, as a Knicks fan, I can admit it was the 98 Bulls versus the Jazz, Game 6. MJ was undeniable, and like everyone, the belief was this was his last season. He was basically the only offense for Bulls in the game. Pip's back was done and could barely run. They needed the game to avoid Game 7 in Utah. In the game, he showed his will, skill, and IQ. Down 3, gets layup to bring them within 1. Then gets still lit into iconic shot. It was crazy. Like, who ends their career like this? It was crazy to witness and would have been the best walk-off for a career ever. After doing another three-peat, it was like storybook stuff. Thank you, Tor U6. And I agree with absolutely everything you just said. And we all know some people thought that his return to the Wizards to continue on his NBA career definitely ruined the storybook ending, and I can understand why. But, before, we all thought that was the end. For years, up until he announced his return with the Washington Wizards. And that was the greatest storybook ending to wrap up a player's NBA career. Now, we can at least still say that to wrap up his career with the Chicago Bulls, nothing better than that. But he's absolutely right. Michael Jordan was literally pretty much, he's always the primary scoring option, but in this game, he was damn near the only scoring option. He was literally carried those guys through the trenches, carried them through the mud, past the grenades, past the mortar rounds, through shrapnel. He put the team on his shoulders and marched through the lines in a tough defensive game where the score was in the mid-80s. Michael Jordan scored over half of his team's points with 45. Willed them. He was tired. He was exhausted. But he willed them with 45. Over 50% of the offensive production for the team. Shot low 40%. But it doesn't matter. And that wasn't deemed inefficient back then, considering the era of basketball it was. The next highest scorer on the team that game, I believe, was Tony Kukoc with 15 points. Nobody else scored double figures. Nobody. And like he said, Pip wasn't himself. He wasn't. Nobody else scored double figures besides Tony Kukoc with 15. And if you watch that game, screw the box score, if you watch that game, you could see, the eye test will show you what it is to watch a man empty everything out of the chamber, put his heart out there, his body out there, absolutely dismantle a team with a high skill set, tenacity, vigor, relentlessness. You would see that with Michael Jordan in that game. It was basketball brilliance. It was unquestionably storybook material. From the defensive play on one end to hitting the game-winning go-ahead jumper with a handful of seconds remaining in Utah with a championship on the line. Not only a championship, but your 6th championship, your 2nd three-peat, to go 6-0 in the finals, and you deliver that kind of performance, with everything swirling around the franchise and all the rumors of uncertainty, coming off a grueling Eastern Conference Final series that went 7 games, where it was looking scary there for a bit, against the Indiana Pacers and Reggie Miller, coached by Larry Bird, did an exceptional job coaching that squad. That was tough. That was tough. But that's Michael Jordan. That's what Michael Jordan did. And a lot of people don't mention this part. Michael Jordan actually scored the last 8 points in regulation to win that championship. So especially down the stretch, he was clutch. The last 8 points, I'm getting us there. I'm getting us there. Even if I got to drag all y'all, I'm getting us there. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's get into the video and reminisce on the wonderful 1998 Game 6 Finals. Let's get into it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dallas Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals. And a guard, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan.
Hornacek is now 18 for 46 in the series. Jordan, there's his first field goal, and the Bulls take a 10-8 lead. If you take away Hornacek's 7 of 11 in Game 3, Jordan for 3, got it. Jordan with 5, and Chicago with a 7-point lead. Shot clock violation. Michael gave it up. They weren't even close to hosting a shot before 24 seconds.
Terrific team defense. But Isaiah, the play before, Brian Russell went down on the floor, knocked the loose ball away, and Hornacek got the 3.
Jordan over Russell. Tied at 22 with half a minute to play in the period. Jordan, double teamed. Forces up the quarter's final shot and misses it.
I'm about to say, that footwork there, baby. That footwork was still phenomenal.
A better start for Carl than for Michael.
Then the run off the glass.
Jordan wheels inside around Anderson. And again, it's a 2-point game. Michael has 10. Jordan, daylight for 3. 13 for Michael. Utah by 1.
Michael Jordan down.
Jordan into the lane. Tough shot. He was fouled.
That was tough. He got that scoop off last minute.
With a chance to tie it.
A lot of forward momentum.
Michael springs free and takes the lob from Kukoc.
Great roll off for Russell. Faked up and spent off him. Kukoc put it right there for the easy lay-in for Jordan.
Michael, fake, he traveled. So Phil got the traveling call, but certainly not on the guy he wanted.
Steve Kerr just said to Pavetta, hey, call it on Malone down at the other end.
Jordan for 3. And there's his answer.
I think that's his third 3 of the game, Bob. And going into this game,
it was Russell's first basket. Here's Michael. He's got 21.
Sick move.
I'm watching Jordan, and he's in such a nice rhythm offensively. Everything is coming very easy to him. And right now they have to be really careful because this looks like this could be a 40-point game from him.
So
what a soothsayer.
Back and he catches it. Now you got an angry Michael Jordan.
That is a sick move, using your left leg, your off leg,
and Michael finished with a
as
jump
the
shot.
pivot before dribble.
8 of 14 thus far. Down by 2, the Bulls put it in play. Jordan's the guy they want, even more so than usual, and that's why. 15 of his 23 have come in this quarter.
I love Mike. No wasted movements, no wasted energy. Gets to his spots, operates surgically. Off ball.
The bounce to Russell. 2 big assists in the last couple of possessions from Malone.
Not over
3
dribbling.
seconds. Michael to half court. From there. Almost. So Jordan had 23, matching his number in the first half, but missed his last 4. Malone generally more accurate in the course of scoring 20. Jordan pulls up and connects. 25 for MJ.
See, Jerry Sloan is very upset. Adam Keefe
Mid-range
show out on that screen.
master.
Bad back makes Hornacek's assignment on him a whole lot easier.
Dump it back
Malone,
in.
he doesn't take the 3. Michael, fade away.
See, if I'm Hornacek, I make Pippen make one of those shots. He's really rushing out to close out on him. He's got to show me he can shoot that ball before I'm too concerned with him. I got to be more worried about Michael Jordan.
Look at the space he created.
Shoots a nice fadeaway tape, but I agree with you, Doug. I would make Scottie Pippen make one of those three-point shots before I leave Michael Jordan alone in the low post.
Michael's pass to Scottie.
Damn.
And finally, the tip drops. Rodman gets credit for the basket, but it looked like Pippen was not able. Rodman out to Michael. Now screening for him. Morris fights through the screen. Michael takes him baseline. Draws the contact and the foul.
Karl Malone.
Easily his best game since game 2. Michael confronted by Carr after he blew by Morris.
They wasn't letting him
and Jordan will come
dunk
to the line.
anything.
1 of 2.
I think with Michael Jordan, he's smart enough to rest on defense and try to conserve his energy for offense.
Here he is on offense. And he'll be coming to the foul line just as the fourth quarter starts. But even those poundings take something out of him, right, as he goes to the basket.
Now, those are the things.
Minutes of the fourth quarter without Pippen, he's not going to get that rest. So we'll see what that does as the game wears on.
But Jordan is the one individual that I've seen in this game since I've played.
Jordan against Anderson. He's still Michael Jordan.
I love that. He's still Michael Jordan.
Whatever he
Yeah,
has
mofo.
lost, through fatigue, through age. Russell is on him. He gets by him. Now Carr comes over and commits the foul.
Not as quick, not as fast, not quite as nimble.
Jordan coming off the screen. Gave Russell the fake.
Still better than everybody else.
Defense has been dominant against Utah in the fourth quarter.
Pippen slow getting up.
Jordan with the jumper.
Oh, saucy.
And with 37 points, as Utah falls behind now for the first time since midway through the second quarter.
See, he's headed for 40. I would start double teaming Jordan every time he touched it.
Brian Russell went down, and there's a foul on Kukoc.
Doug, you talk about wanting to bring Jordan to the middle.
With every ounce of energy he has, goes up and gets the skill. He misses the shot, the 3 that would have put him up 1. Had this gone through, it would have been a 4-point lead for the Jazz. Michael gets back and makes the great steal.
Jordan spinning.
Woo.
Double team.
Keeping that pivot down.
Gets it right back from Pippen. Double pump, knocked away by Carr, and a foul.
He will not be denied.
He hits them both.
Trying to get to the basket against Anderson. Pulls up and takes the jump shot. Again, they're keeping him out on the perimeter, not allowing him to get it to the post. Coming to the foul line for his patented free throw line, Jay. But again, Russell keeping him out of the post. Pulls up, shoots it a little short.
Jordan ties it. Cross court Stockton, a 3. It's there!
Down 3, Chicago.
Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1.
They scored within 4 seconds there. That's how quickly that changes now. Now it puts the pressure on the Jazz to score once again.
Jordan with 43.
We all know what happens next. Give me that.
They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago.
You got to understand how scared Everybody is right now.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Timeout, Utah. 5.2 seconds left. Michael Jordan running on fumes with 45 points.
At the end of the game, you got to get it out of his hands. He's beat you so many times. You watch Jordan play, Doug, and you know that at the end of the game, he's a killer.
This was really the play that hurt Isaiah because they scored so quickly. Michael got in there and scored within 4 seconds. And what happened was Michael doubled back. You're going to see he's in the play. Look where Hornacek is setting the screen. Michael never clears, so Malone doesn't see him. He comes from the blind side and strips him. So 3 crucial plays here by Michael Jordan now as he gets Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips, and Michael pulls up and buries the shot to give him a 1-point lead.
That may have been, who knows what will unfold in the next several months, but that may have been the last shot Michael Jordan will ever take in the NBA.
Watch Jordan's left hand here as he gives Russell the push. The referee can't see that. Jordan frees himself up for a clean look. The greatest thing about Jordan is he has all the tricks. That's why it's so difficult to guard him.
If that's the last image of Michael Jordan, how magnificent is it? Stockton. Harper's on him. Behind the screen. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat. Jackson and Jordan, perhaps for the last time. Michael Jordan is as great a competitor as sports has ever seen. He also has an uncanny sense of theater. And as he makes his decision, he'll think about the fact that he could not ask for a better punctuation than this. To not only hit the winning basket, but have it be the last shot he takes this season, maybe the last he'll ever take in a Chicago Bulls uniform, to win the game and the championship by a point.
6 MVPs. Michael Jordan, get over here. You grace us with your presence. You've contributed mightily to our league. And tonight you gave one of the singular performances in the history of the NBA Finals. Thank you and congratulations, 1998 NBA Finals MVP, Michael Jordan.
Michael, you have won this award before, but somehow I have the feeling that this one is more special than all of them.
Well, let me say hello to my wife and my kids at home because they desperately wanted to come. I didn't want them to come here today because I wanted to focus on the game, but I wish they were here to help me celebrate. I know they're there cheering, and I can't wait to get home. But to the Utah fans, you guys are a tough bunch to play in front of. You guys came out with a lot of loyalty and respect for your team. You made it really tough for us. We really, after losing Game 5 in Chicago, a couple of us dread coming back to Utah because we had to deal with the fans because of the energy that they bring to the game. But we had no choice, so we had to come in and play our best, and you guys made it a very competitive finals, and you know, it's very worthy to win this, and I think of all the championships that we won, this is the toughest.
One thing I noticed, you know how sometimes you notice how things work out? A play on numbers, right? At halftime, he scored 23, the number of his jersey that we all know him for, and finished the game with 45, the number that he wore coming out of retirement, and then going into retirement with the 45. Interesting. Pretty cool, right? Play on numbers. But yeah, man, like I said, I know those guys have to be on pins and needles after Mike got that steal, and you just see him coming up the court, game clock off, and I can't imagine the feeling in your heart knowing Michael Jordan got the damn basketball with a chance to go up with the game clock off and only the shot clock running. Shh, buddy. Damn. I know he ripped their hearts out. Ripped them out. Storybook fashion, man. One thing I like about, the whole, did Mike really push off? How much force did he apply? The from what I heard is that a handful of the Utah Jazz players were interviewed and asked about it, and they were all like, all's fair in war. They never said that. They're like, man, they won. Mike did it. They won. Mike willed the team to victory. He ain't push off nobody. I can respect that. I can. Fair and square, man. Fair and square. But it's something that's been debated for a long time. I look at it as get back, because in Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals, when Reggie Miller blatantly pushed Michael Jordan off of him to get free for the three-point shot to win the game, the go-ahead three-point shot. I remember watching that game. I was in North Carolina. And at my aunt's house, she's going through some hard times right now. Pray for her. Strong woman. And I was like, this is BS. Reggie pushed them. They didn't call it. Reggie pushed. They should have lost this game. Oh, freaking Reggie Miller. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Call it even. But hey, storybook fashion, baby. Beautiful. I don't think I will ever see another player in the history of sports, I don't give a damn, hockey, baseball, football, whatever, to end it like that. And everything that culminated leading up to this point and how it ended, how could you couldn't ask for anything more beautiful than that outside of it being a straight up buzzer beater. That's the only thing that could have made that more beautiful. Jordan was tired, man. Exhausted. Anywho, share with me your thoughts on this moment, on this game. I would love to hear your opinion about it, please. Where were you? Where did you watch it at? Were you in the arena? Were you a Jazz fan? Were you a Bulls fan? Let me know in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and I catch you on the next one. We out, baby.